You know him, you love him. Give it up for John K. Samson.
Thank you very much. I'd like to begin with a toast. If you wouldn't mind raising your glasses, I'd like to propose a toast to my favorite departed hockey goaltender, Gump Worsley.
I think there's a grand tradition of this kind of review, and I think that's a tradition that's missing from our public lives now. That it's a unique event that will only exist for one evening is a really rare thing.
He looked more like our fathers, not a goalie, player, athlete, period. Smoke, half ash, stuck in that permanent smirk. Tugging jersey around the beer gut. I'm strictly a whiskey man was one of the sticks he taped up and gave to a nation of pudgy boys in beverage rooms. Favorites from Plimpton's list of objects thrown by Ranger fans. Soup cans, a persimmon, eggs, a dead rabbit, and a folding chair. He swore he was never afraid of the puck. We believe him. If anyone asks, the inscription should read, "My face was my mask." Cheers. North wind sings, the fence around a lot full of debris near the corner of Memorial and me. We're resurrected, brick and drywall lead back into place. There's a terrified reflection of my face. All alone at the gleaming knife display in the army surplus sales. As the dusk descends and my inspiration fails, ghosts fill discount parkas, sleeping bags, and peer at me from crumpled dark. Inky bruises are punched into the sky by bolts of light, and then leak across the body of tonight. Well, rain and thunder drop and roll, then stop short of storm. Leave the air stuck with this waiting to be born. As I stand before an unresponsive automatic door, just another door that won't open for me anymore. Exit red gets brighter, then blinks off, presses me into crumpled dark. Billboard by the highway that says welcome to the avenue, with no sign to show you when you go away, and our damn ovations punctuate all we mean to save them, leave too late. So I'll make my shaky
exclamation mark with a handful of crumpled dark.
Very much. I'm going to play this new song. It's called The Last Hand, and Between You and Me, it's inspired by The Simpsons. I'm not telling anyone that because then they won't take it seriously. But it's yeah, it's specifically about Principal Skinner and a Krabappel. But not really. I changed the names and places. It's set in northern Manitoba, and Principal Skinner is married, and it's almost unrecognizable. So I'm the first one in again, with the quiet and the window growing snow. When I hear the furnace rouse itself from its slumber, somehow, suddenly I know. As my eye stops on one curled up in my lesson plan, that I'm just your little ampersand. When your voice springs from the intercom with announcements and reminders and a prayer, I remember how you made me feel. I was funny, I was thoughtful, I was rare. But like the jokes about my figure, kids think I don't understand. I know I'm just your little ampersand. After Christmas holidays, you never asked to drive me home again. And sometimes in the staff room I catch your eye with why did it have to end? But I know from how you worry at your wedding band that I'm just your little ampersand. At the last conjunction, after every other end, I was just your little ampersand. When you fall asleep in transit, you rarely wake up much closer to where you want to be, and you've missed the song you were waiting to hear. It was coming up after the ad for the funeral home, and the traffic and the weather in a town
you'll never live in or even see now that you've passed it in a dream you don't recall. And you know there's a word for those 6 or 7 seconds between consciousness and sleep where you've arrived at your destination and you completed all your tasks, and concurrently you've settled into a big old house that's next to the funeral home, and with some endlessly interesting and kind person you love unflinchingly, and the weather is moving well, and the traffic is moving well, and the weather is fair, and you think that word might be liminal, but you're not certain, so you don't ask the driver whose name you can't remember, though you likely know him better than you know anyone. And you're so weary. You're so weary with loitering between here and there and then, beauty and function. You wish you were a 3-hole punch, sleek and shiny black, and this kind of mysteriously pleasant weight, assisting children with their school presentations while slowly stockpiling confetti for no particular occasions. It's just some average day, and suddenly it's needed. Got this feeling that today doesn't like me. Oh, the air tastes like flowers and paint. There's a sink full of bottles and cutlery, and the car's got a list of complaints. I just wish I were a toothbrush or a solder gun. Make me something somebody can use. We can wish on the pop of a light bulb, or those photos lying yellow and curled, loose in boxes near abandoned electronics, in the corners of the basements of the world. Guess our wishes don't do dishes or break repairs. Make them something somebody can use. Face full of ominous weather, smirking smile of a high pressure rich. Got more faults than the state of California, and the heart is a badly built bridge. Seems the most I have to offer doesn't offer much. Make it something somebody can use. Make this something somebody can use.